And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain, and it's second down. They run a draw here on second down. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down.
All right, here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Roberto Aguayo now for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And here's a look at the starting offense. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. And they'll run it here. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
Off play action. Newton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. Well, they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot, and he dialed up the pressure and got to him.
Fielded just inside the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. We get a look at the Panthers' defense now. And despite being down on the scoreboard, this unit, they've had some big-time hits.
Sort of like us at practice the other day. I saw you take a running start at that blocking sled. You took it down.
Bounced off like a rubber band.
No, not at all, but you're exactly right. They are doing their job, but they want to add takeaways to it. You need to have more of those to go along with the big hits we're seeing.
By the way, when I tried that and I bounced back, I noticed that you laughed with everyone else. You didn't try to get in my corner.
No. Someone had just told me a joke on the other side.
Right,
I missed that. Totally missed it.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Back that over. Watch it now, Barney.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
And to give this time to the tailback. And some room to maneuver. 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Well, he told us he was going to hit the end zone a couple times in this game. I just don't know that he envisioned doing it in the first quarter.
He probably did. I'm not sure we did,
yeah.
right? Because all the great ones, that's what they do. They dream about it, right? They think about it. They envision it. They think it's going to happen and almost will themselves into it. I just look at what he's done so far and just wonder what's left to come. Let's sit back and enjoy this one.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here comes the defensive unit for the Buccaneers as they get set here. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew. So they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense. They said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And that defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. Play action. It's Newton. Backing up. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there. It doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the second level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off, didn't have to knock anyone to the side, didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off. Back-to-back runs that were stacked up. Offensively, now you've got to think to yourself, do we change blocking assignments? Do we change formations? Do we change looks in order to try and get the running game going?
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Finding time. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So 1 quarter in the books here on a Thanksgiving night. 14-0 is our score. We're back to Uptown Charlotte after this timeout.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here we go now. Green 30.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Taken from just outside the 30. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on. Return. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Watch out, watch out.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. And this is incomplete. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Hey, got three. Three down. Bring a sack. Watch the edge.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's got time in the pocket, and he'll be hit from behind and taken down. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taken in at the 11. Room here to run. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. 89 yards. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
The point after now for Aguayo. And it is now 21-0. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Our eyes shift to the defense of the Buccaneers now. Hope they didn't get too comfortable on the sideline. They had the 3 and out, the punt return for a touchdown. Boom, right back out there.
They're okay with that, though, because of what it led to. And let's face it, they keep a statistic, 4 3-and-outs. Most teams want to lead the league in those as well as in takeaways.
They'll be looking for another 3-and-out this time.
3 down, 3 down.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Now a play fake here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. So out come the Bucs now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 14 yards that time for number 14.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Bucs a first down.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the cornerback position.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. And here it's just a simple question of whether or not the ball broke the plane. Well, I said it's simple. It's not really that simple. This could be really complicated.
We would love for it to be simple, to know that it did actually cross the plane of the goal line. But as you described, it is a difficult call. All it takes is a portion of the ball crossing that line. Now the officials have to determine if that happened.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed. After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Second and goal, defense, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It's the fullback, his first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now Newton on first down. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong. He's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now Newton. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Back to throw now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. What a spin. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Their big-bodied receiver with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Aguayo on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. getting set to go again here. Cam Newton marches back onto the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. Second down following the incompletion. On 2nd and 10, Newton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4. And on the ground they go with a running back. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Newton on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
2nd and 10. Newton again. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton surveying the field. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Here's Matt Darr now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
All right, here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Panthers don't have much to hang their hat on after the first half. The Buccaneers have done whatever they want, and they'll just try to keep that up in the second half. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Buccaneers opening drive. The quick pass, it's complete, and he ends up at the 49-yard line before he stopped on the play. Sticking with the same drive, handoff and run goes up the middle, and he'll go in from 7 yards out, giving them an early lead. Now 1st and 10, he'll break free of the pack, and he'd go in for the 50-yard touchdown. That puts them on top by 14. Panthers will punt it away, and he'll take this all the way for the touchdown. The Buccaneers go up by 21. Now early in the second quarter, quick pass is complete, and he caps off the 2-play drive with the score. Now trailing by 14. Bucs have it at the 7. It's going to be a run play here, and he'll score his 3rd TD of the half. The Buccaneers lead balloons to 21. Later on the drive, he'll take the run up the middle, and this run goes for a touchdown. The Bucs lead ballooning to 21. 1st and 10, the pass will be completed along the sideline, and it leads to a touchdown. Buccaneers way in front.
All right, Larry, indeed a one-sided affair to this point as we get set for half two. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
This is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
I can't help it. I'm just sitting back in admiration right now. This defense tells everyone that plays against them, you're not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's what we're about. It's not going to happen. If you're going to beat us, you better pick another way.
Play action. It's Newton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Off play action. Newton. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught inside the 5. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Now a handoff here to his running back. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And the confidence from last week carrying over to this week.
2 weeks in a row. And I have to admit, last week, I thought they were going to really struggle running the football. I thought that they had a real challenge on their hands, and they more than met it and created big-time openings that he just absolutely hurtled through. And they figured, why not? Let's carry it forward this week. Again, the same thing. All the blocking schemes are there. I think they've really done a great job. That B gap between the guard and the tackle has been there all game for them, and they continue to exploit it.
And he's just going downhill.
Not only downhill, but with incredible, incredible force.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Everyone's got four.
Set, B-19! And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
One receiver left, 2 to the right. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Tight end right, tight end right.
Go now. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it's a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end.
Now let's go. They go play action here on 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete. A good pickup there, a 22.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play action pass and completing it.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Here we go now.
And it's 1st and goal now, but still 10 yards to go. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And this Buccaneer offense, they're running away with this one. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25. Five-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Offense still needing 10 yards, second down. Back to the air, Newton on second down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's got some space here. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They come up in an offset eye.
Now let's go!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs. He's got time. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. So he makes the grab, and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. 2nd down following the run. They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go now.
Now a handoff looking right. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here we go.
They'll drop the throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Hey, all right, here we go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Their big tight end, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs offense continuing to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And he knocks it through. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee. And that's at the 25. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again. And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Matt Darr now as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays. But I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They come up in an offset eye. And they'll go on the ground. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Back to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Fresh set of downs here. Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete. Probably should have had that one, but with the game he's having tonight, maybe they'll let it go.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And this Buccaneer offense is running away with this one.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing too.
Oh, she's at least...
She's on like the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence. If they just get their assignments down, they would get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Newton again. Finding time. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down. Newton. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Here's the Panthers defense as they get set to go again. And with this deficit, let's be honest, it's time for them to get a stop.
And partners, you understand very well from our time together and visiting with coaches, defensive coordinators tend to be a little more emotional, a little more high-strung than others. I have a feeling that that speech came out about taking a stand and bowing up in this possession.
Yeah, that's where this word pride comes out, right?
In a big way. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
4 down, 4 down. All right, here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
And they'll run it here. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
It's really no surprise to see them running the ball here. They got the lead, not much time left. They just want to keep the clock moving, and they can win it right now.
Past the 20. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
No,
I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. It's up and good, and they add one more to what will wind up a fairly lopsided victory. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Buccaneers, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, it'll be loss number 6 on the season for them. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Charlotte, good night, everybody.